This video, I want to quickly comment on this sport called, I'm not even know if I'm saying it right. Myanmar Lethwei. Just found out about it today. I believe somebody in the past emailed me asking my opinion about this a long time ago on Facebook, but I never responded. I never took a look at it, but I just took a look at it right now. And you could click on the video in the description section of this one. So basically, this is like, I don't know what country this is from, but it's an eastern country. But it's pretty hardcore, very deadly. Basically, it's like almost like bare knuckle Thai boxing. There's no ground fighting allowed, but it's not truly bare knuckle because they have like hand wraps on, but that's all they got. They clearly don't have any boxing gloves. They don't got like the big Muay Thai gloves. So this is like pretty much like almost like a bare knuckle, but like hand wrapped hands with Thai boxing. And Thai boxing rules pretty much. They can elbow, they can knee, but it doesn't look like they're allowed to kick at the knee or below. And they're not wearing shoes, so just bare feet. I mean, this is the type of stuff that I would find, if I did seek for entertainment, this would be more entertaining to me than the cage fighting, because I'm not about that ground fighting stuff. But over here, they don't have the big gloves on, which I think is cool. But it's not really truly bare knuckle because they're still wearing like hand wraps, but it's close to being bare knuckle. And of course it's dangerous, it's extremely dangerous. It's very deadly what these people are doing, and I think maybe they're trying to show it, hey, we're gonna take it to the next level. You got these Americans that are doing the cage fighting, we're gonna do this even more dangerous. We're not even gonna wear gloves, we're just gonna wear hand wraps. But really the next step is just to take the hand wraps off and just don't even have anything, just truly bare knuckle. And the kicks, it seems like they're only allowed to kick to the thigh or above, which the most effective kicks are the ones below the kneecaps. So there's the limitations, and also they're not wearing shoes, which I also see as a limitation as well. But this is a new thing, and I just want to share my perspective on it. I think it's better than the cage fighting. Like it's kind of going along the lines of keeping the fight standing, which is more entertaining anyway, and really it takes away all those deadly chokes and those breaking the arms and shoulders and all that. I think it's more entertaining to keep the fight standing up. Also, you don't have men rolling around the ground on top of each other, sweating all over each other. So it's pretty much like boxing, but with no gloves. But they do some kicks, they do some elbows, they do some knees, and it's very devastating. I just saw this knockout. This dude did a spin kick that just hit the guy so hard, the guy just got knocked out cold. And then they're like, yeah, let's see if he could take a 2-minute break, let's bring him back into the fight. But he couldn't even go on anymore, they had to stop the fight. And this is like before coming commercialization, because you look at these rings that they're fighting in. I mean, this literally almost like a street fight. It's not like mass marketed and advertised like it's a NFL football game or a cage fight or a boxing. This is just almost like fighting in the alley. It's really raw, and they just letting the people fight for entertainment, and these people are really destroying themselves. I mean, I'm not promoting this type of stuff, but what I'm saying is that it's more real as far as like basically taking off the gloves and everything. They're not using gloves, and it's pretty intense. So and it's more entertaining, as I stated, because it's keeping the game standing up, and you see these people fighting really hard, getting hurt, and all this stuff, and it's interesting that something else out there, something like that came out where it's getting more brutal, showing that it's gonna get more brutal than the cage fighting. But yeah, this is something that, in my eyes, is more entertaining because the fight is standing up, and I like the idea of using no gloves. I don't like the whole thing about using gloves and everything. I think if you're gonna keep the fight real, then let's have no gloves, and let's see how far it goes. But yeah, it's still not real street fighting because you could tell that there still are rules, but at least it's getting closer to the real street fighting as far as showing the signs of some of the techniques that might be more effective, and then also taking the whole element of the wrestling out of it. I think is a good thing. So I mean, I don't promote violence, but this thing, I'd rather promote this over the MMA any day, because it's pretty much like promoting kickboxing, but with no gloves, or Thai boxing, but with no gloves. Thai boxing is cool. Thai boxing has been around for the longest, but I think this is better than Thai boxing because they don't use gloves. The gloves really takes away a huge element of realism. Because who the hell's gonna walk around with boxing gloves out there? But these small hand wraps that they're wearing, it's almost like wearing like small driving gloves or weightlifting gloves, which is more realistic, or winter gloves. So I think that this is more realistic. That's what I like about it. Of course it's dangerous, but what I like about it is more realistic, and I don't like that whole ground fighting aspect that they do in the cage fighting, which is nasty to me. But they take that element out and they just keep it standing up, and I like that. So people can check this out, check out some of the videos and see what you think.